Now we're here, bro.
We here,
Yeah,
man.
we're here, man.
Kingdom of heaven is at hand.
yes, it is. Apparently, yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And all of its complexities.
All of them. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna open us up.
Open this up, bro.
And we're gonna get this puppy started. Yes, sir. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen. Yes, sir. So, in regard to this kingdom of heaven,
Kingdom of heaven.
Islam. I told you about the dream I had about seeing us in the farm and like literally white people just like bending over and giving us everything we needed to facilitate this kingdom. And then I think the point of that particular message is just like, listen, don't write off anybody.
Not at all.
It's the kingdom of the righteous, right? But that was just one glimpse. Another time I had a glimpse of the kingdom, and it was another like allusion to me having a third daughter child before my wife was even pregnant. But it was just like a all white.
You got 3 kids, right?
I've got 3 children. Yeah. Girl, boy, girl. But this dream happened before my wife was pregnant with baby number 3. And this dream was it was an all white like dairy factory / farm bakery. It's all white. And I remember there being cows, and it was very much like, it was like not this vibration of this world. It was not hell. It was like, oh, this is the kingdom. And it was just cows, white, and that's all I remember. But my point is this is like the only time I've gotten glimpses of the kingdom, and it involves agriculture, both of them.
Always.
In depth. And that is where we're there, because that is the foundation of civilization and also the kingdom of heaven, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also cows. I'm not sure if you've gotten this cognition. We haven't really taught cows before, but cows are sacred. They're special, man.
Definitely.
Very, 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 very.
Hey, Haru.
Very
And
special.
on set.
Go into that.
So, hey, Haru.
I don't know what bovine cows in regard to Kemet. I don't know like what reverence they had. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So,
well, what reverence were you talking about first?
I just know I coming from like I guess specifically like
Like Indian?
Indian. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've gone down that rabbit hole. Read the Bhagavad Gita. Read the Vedas. So very high reverence. They don't.
Is that what you got right here?
I said I got right there. Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita.
Well read, sophisticated.
Yes, sir. You haven't read that one, right?
Nah.
Not
at all.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk more about that later, specifically as it pertains to why in the Nation of Islam we as we were talking about the restrictive law and what living under that law, no fornication, no drinking, no smoking, no none of the quote unquote vices of this world. That's what
Understandable.
So yeah, but there's certain it's not just cause. But there's a reason, because we'll go into that later. But I just want to mention that does relate to a lot of what the Bhagavad Gita has to say. It's like, yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. But excluding yourself from certain activities has consequences as well, as does partaking in them. For better, for worse, for whatever. There's no judgment involved. It's just like, choose what you want to do. Pay the consequence of your choices. And allow these choices to really, truly manifest who you really are. But
Understandable.
in regard back to the cow, I want to hear more about the cow in regard to Kemet, because it sounds like you were alluding to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's
it was a very prominent animal in time area.
what's it represent?
I mean, it represents fertility. Number one.
Understood.
Right? Which is a part of
Understood.
feminine energy.
Understood.
You always want the river Nile it brings fertility. You want fertile land. Fertile land produces more food. It also represents milk. Cow milk has the capacity to feed
Facts.
a lot of people.
Facts.
So it represents like abundance.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why there's like different cow statues, and like one of the pictures of was Het Haru, which is a concept of amongst many things, but visual stimulation. It's, once again, we call it the Milky Way, right?
Yeah.
Because of abundance.
Yeah.
And the transferring of energy. What does milk do? Milk, it takes in, it's like giving DNA.
Yeah.
Right, giving nutrients, giving your immune system.
Yeah.
That's why we live in the Milky Way galaxy. We are. You look up at the stars and you get the information, you get the downloads.
Understood.
We can't really see it now, but like back in Tom Mary where there was no artificial light. If you go somewhere where there's no artificial light and you really look up and you really see the Milky Way, and it's going to definitely...
It speaks to you.
It does a lot to your mind.
I've done that. It has spoken to me. Yeah. I've looked up and I got a sign that I needed. It was just the sign I got at the time. Looking at the Milky Way was just like, you on the right course, bro.
Now imagine seeing that every day.
Facts.
Imagine every night you're looking up at the beautiful Milky Way and you're looking up and you're really understanding. And the first part of math is actually counting the stars, and it's also part of meditation. Counting the stars is a great way of meditation.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's countless, endless.
Facts.
And it's a great way to actually let your subconscious mind kick in.
Damn, we haven't gone, bro. We never gone in nature like for real together.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
That's why I love Hawaii.
Man, yeah.
Because in Hawaii I was able to actually see the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, our relationship is pretty much excluded to this podcast as of right now. Really, that's crazy. We haven't done shit. We've only put in work. It's gonna change very quickly, but damn, like I can't.
Especially when we up in Allah willing, we up in Sacramento.
Facts, man.
And really looking at some real land and really without no just right now it's just land.
Yeah.
So looking at that land at night, I'm sure it's like wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's country too, man. So like, that's going to be. It's going to change. It's already changed our reality just talking about it theoretically here every week. But now, like once we actually start putting in work together, because you literally haven't. Yeah, because at the garden you couldn't. In Compton, I went. Jemiah went. You didn't go, but. Yeah, we haven't done anything. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we about to.
Yeah, we about to. Yeah, man. But yeah, this dream. I'll go back to that because I've cows are special, very very special.
Cows are very special. But that's why they're the number one most raped animal in America.
There you go. Yep.
Because it's also the most lucrative industry.
Facts. Dairy.
They are the most lucrative animal.
Yes, sir.
But they also are the most easily controlled. So as we drinking that milk, what do you think it does to us?
Fucks us up. Yeah. So we're eating the milk of tortured cows fed with hormones. That's nasty, man.
Who are dominated and very in control.
Yeah.
And meant to stay in your box. Do what we say. The dairy industry is the number one. Dairy is the number one industry of agriculture.
Facts, man.
Right.
Yeah.
California made, I believe, $7.5 billion off of dairy. 2019.
Yeah.
7.5 billion.
It's a lot. You ever drove up the 5? Like have you been past the dairy farms? Like driving up the 5?
Yeah.
It smells terrible. It smells like torture. It doesn't smell like manure. It's fresh. It smells like hell.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
They're definitely raped and definitely, like you said, it's torture. It's not. Sure. It's not just.
No,
by no stretch. It's not equitable.
No. I mean, there's nothing just about the American food system, especially as it pertains to meat. Right now, it's industrialized, so we can't. We're focusing on cows right now, but yeah, it's for something this sacred animal is treated like this in society, and then you think that's not going to spill out into other aspects of society. Okay, this is why we're living in this condition. And but anyway, books like the Bhagavad Gita go very specific. Okay, this is why the cow is important because it provides you everything you need.
It
everything
does.
You need,
literally
everything you need. You can live off raw milk. You can live off that.
You definitely.
Even Elijah Muhammad said that. Like, don't play around with the cow.
Yeah.
Do not play around with the cow. And it's like, and if you really study like Hinduism and Islam, there's no separation. These are really cultural. These are all about spectrum. Yeah, thank you. Very, very. It's Asiatic religion. Asiatic religion that niggas got to gangbanging very hard. Very, very hard. So I don't. When it comes, and we had the gangbanging conversation earlier, and specifically in regard to where we belong, where we are right now, where we see it in our particular organizations, but. This is a whole other level of gangbanging when it comes to, I guess Indians, Pakistanis, Islam and Hinduism fighting over God and shit. Yeah, it's it doesn't take much study to realize y'all believe the same thing. Y'all just think you're more right because you chose a specific side of the ideology than the other side. Both y'all is bullshitting. But yes, sir.
That'll be here forever.
That's not going nowhere.
And it's also deep because I was actually reading a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
that like I've actually heard it from the nation as well. I believe I forgot who, but they were saying like our man and Asyr is like a bluish purple, and that the original Asiatic man is actually like bluish purple, and that's the color. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking at it, because I'm looking at that like the original color of the Asiatic man is a dark blue, is like a indigo blue purple pure melanin.
Blue, purple, and you will. I mean, like that. And when you see depictions of Krishna, who is the divine supreme being, in quote I hate using this word,
but the Christos, the Christ, the crystallized,
exactly. Him, he is depicted as that blue indigo color,
the crystallized, your third eye, full pure melanin.
Facts is if you go to any of, I go to.
What's the sky? When you look at the night sky, what's this blue purple?
Ooh, have you been? You haven't been in any Hare Krishna temples, have you?
In Hawaii.
Oh, word? Okay, yeah. There's one on the west side we need to go to, because one, it's nice, but two, they have a dope ass buffet that's really good food.
Same like Hawaii.
Oh, bro,
they have it's
called Govinda's. It's the best, the best, and it's
probably the same.
It's vegan. It's vegan, bro. It's probably the same.
It's probably the same company. Or they just what they do is just I don't know.
Well, yeah. Okay, so when I say that,
because I've heard of that name before.
Yeah. Govinda's. So the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which this is what the formal name for what people call the quote unquote Hare Krishnas, the crazy people that chant. They're not crazy.
Not at all.
They're not at all. And I had to
they super tapped in.
They super duper tapped in.
And they organized and they got structure. That's why they got nonprofits and businesses, and they got well structured businesses.
Very well structured businesses, and they have beautiful temples, and they have. And my point is, Govinda's is like their. I think all of their temples, their buffet, their food, their restaurants called Govinda's. I think that's their thing.
It probably means something.
Govinda is a incarnation of the Supreme Being.
Boom.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fire
Krishna,
food.
Govinda, fire food. And but what? I don't want to go on this. I don't want to go on this tangent right now. But I will say, we are here. But going into this trajectory, because you can go Kemet, you can go Krishna consciousness level of God consciousness, God knowledge. You realize that God can make an appearance as the supreme being in physical form. Period. And it's not. He's done that, and you read the Vedas. He does that, and the Vedas are pretty much the pastimes of Allah coming in person. And what did he do? What did he do, and why he came down for this specific purpose?
Are you familiar with Ayurveda? Ayurveda eating?
I know that it's related to the Vedas, and that's how you eat. Yeah, but specifics
that's
like
what I use Ayurvedic.
Oh, word.
Ayurvedic.
Yeah.
Even when I do, because I'm a health coach at times too.
Yes, sir.
Part of my clients, I teach them that.
Oh,
like
word.
How they need to learn how to eat, understand their body type, and how to flow with the day, and how to actually navigate your day around the day that works best with you, and how to eat around what works best with you.
Listen, so since you've studied both Ayurvedic, we'll call it Vedas, Ayurvedic, theology, science, and you studied Kemet as well. I'm sure you've seen the similarities between the two.
It's because once again, like I said, Tom Mary is physical reality altogether.
Facts, absolutely, yeah.
And Kemet are what we would call Kemet, or what we would call the two lands, or higher, lower. Yeah. It's just a culmination of everybody on the planet coming together to create a cohesive story. So anytime we incarnate, we know what's happening. We understand the play. We understand the story.
Facts, absolutely.
So that's all. Yeah. But and then it's all of us.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've had this experience. You talk to people from India, the Indian subcontinent, that are not gangbanging with white supremacy. A lot of them are like our people. When that are off that, and you talk to them, it's like these are Asiatics, bro.
Definitely,
like 1,000%. It's like, oh, you like, bro, like, no, we're the same.
I just seen a picture today of a bunch of people, a bunch of Sri Lankan men with feathers on.
Facts, bro.
Kids and men, and all have feathers on the turban, and from Sri Lanka.
These are like they are our people. Not like brothers, like, no, we are blood of the same blood. It's just this recent span of history has put them within this specific culture, Indian subculture, and then we're Africanized more or less over here if we came from that, but we're the same.
Definitely.
Super the same.
Definitely.
Super duper the same. And like you
Islam.
Yeah, and then you realize, and then you take that and you realize, man, there's a lot of us out here. Yeah, we still banging with white supremacy? Jesus. Oh, damn.
Man.
Damn. Yeah.
It's just, man, because people who from what I've seen, the way it works is you get more it's people who identify with whiteness, and then you get more people who want to identify with more whiteness to reap the benefits. So the whiteness umbrella will include them a part of this umbrella, so they'll be over here, and they say, "Oh, we don't want to be chill like you guys over there.
Exactly.
We want to be chill over here. So all right, come be over here.
Come.
You see what happens when you're over here with us.
Exactly.
And you see how when you're over there with them.
Facts.
This is how they get treated. You want to be chill like them, then go be around them.
Go be over there.
If you want to be chill like us, then actually go identify with us and not get up under our umbrella.
Exactly.
And then boom, now you over here. Now you get more people who say, "Hey, bro, you know what?" You get people now who don't even realize why they call themselves white. They just, I'm white.
Yeah.
I'm white. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what does that even mean? I've had to come like, what does that even mean? Do you like? What does that even mean?
It means that I'm winning.
It means I ain't black. It
means I'm not a nigger.
It means you feel me?
Exactly.
It just means I'm not black. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. That's exactly what that means.
Whatever.
No, I'm not.
I'm not colored. I'm not with y'all. I'm not with y'all.
Not with y'all, bro. And you gotta, and a lot of
and they be all kind. They be from all over everywhere.
Yeah. And like even Latinos and Mexicans, they default to the white category in this country, and they're
the ones who can.
Yeah, and most of them do. I think a lot of them can. It's like there's no. They could be Hispanic and Caucasian at the same time, and most of them opt for that. Like, okay, well, y'all are giving me this option. I'm gonna go slide over here and hope y'all don't notice. And that's what they do. I ain't black. And that's really all that matters. Is like
you got people from the Middle East
yep, Persians, all them niggas there's no category. Oh, I'll just slide up under
people from Australia. Well, I'm a whoop. People from South America. I'm a whoop. You feel me? I'm a just you feel me, man?
Exactly. Yep.
No slight. Yeah. It's like, what is that even? Because it's like it's a social status.
Mm-hmm.
It's a box you check. You check that box, you get everything like this. You get to live over here, you get this, you get this food, you get this type of research, you get this.
That's right.
You check these boxes over here, then you go over here, and we're going to do this to you.
That's right. That is right. So.
And it has been proven that like you can check this box and your credit score is different. Like I said, you check this box and you live in this in this zip code, then you applying for credit and you check this box and you have a zip code of this area.
Yeah.
You have it's a part of the algorithm.
Yes, sir.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Good word. It's it's an algorithm.
It's an algorithm.
Yeah, it's just like it plugs you into a different matrix. It's like, oh, this is okay. You black African American. Okay, just go over this way.
Just go over there.
Go over here. Go over here.
Just you need a cosigner.
Facts. That's right. Yeah, man. So I mean,
you from right, wrong, or indifferent.
That's what it is, and I just don't take it personally anymore, which is why we need our own shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. But let's go. I'm going to close out the cow conversation because I didn't finish. The dream was essentially, it ended up showing me that I was going to have another daughter, and then it took me a while to really come to grips with the whole the fact that I was having dreams about cows with milk and feminine energy, and someone handed me one of the women. It was this dairy factory. A woman handed me what seemed like a petri dish or something, and I was like, I don't something like
in
that.
The dream.
Yeah, in the dream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in the dream. But I woke up. I've had dreams with. I knew I was gonna have a son because of a dream, and I knew I was gonna have a daughter because of this dream. This dream was just way before I actually got my wife pregnant. So it came way before. With my son, the dream came the night he was conceived. So I knew, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
Wow, for real?
No, quickly. Yeah, the dream the night he was conceived was like I just saw a
dang.
Yeah, a blue sky, the color of Krishna, the color of God, like that color. Yeah, that's that color. And I was like, I knew, blue, that's a boy. Yeah, same night. Exact same night.
Islam.
Knew it. And it was like a dream where it wasn't a dream, it was like a very, it was like the dream I told you where I saw the night your father passed, that dream, that type of dream. Like, okay, like Allah being like, showing like this is one of those dreams.
You be having dreams, bro.
I got dreams, bro. That's why I talk about them, because I have dreams that a way that like my dreams ain't regular nigga dreams. Yeah. And it's not like I'm better. It's just like I'm tapped in now because I've gone through the levels of enough ascension to where now Allah feel comfortable being like, all right, I'm going to show you some shit. I hope you're ready, but you got to. I take responsibility for them. I'm not like, oh man. I'm ignoring that one. I'm like, okay, fuck. I had that dream. oh, you show me he or she is doing that. Now, what am I going to do about it? Now that you gave me intel on the opposition. That's what he does. He shows me like people's true intentions. He shows me what people are really up to. People very close to me, and he shows me really who I can and cannot trust. Yeah. So.
Well, when you have dream about me or whatever the case, let me know. Bro.
I told the only one was that one I already told you about. You was in the crib. And you didn't have dreadlocks. You were just a regular old nigga with a nephew. And I was taking my time giving you money.
Yeah. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, that's literally, of what I can remember, that was it. And that just told me, it's like
you need urgency.
It's urgency.
Because us niggas, we waiting around.
We waiting around.
For them admins, you got the money.
I got the money, got the administration. It's like, bro, like, your people need you, bro. And I was like, yes, sir, God, I got it. All right, we on it. But the thing is, it's like, I can't. Because of that dream, I can't just do shit just to do shit, bro. We gotta we gotta do shit within the structure with plans. And it's nice that we have a chain of command. Let's be real.
Yeah,
we got
facts.
it. We got it.
It's needed.
It's so needed. It's chain of command. We've got the structures. We got the chain of command. We've got goals. We got low key got deadlines, but we do have goals. We want to procure this land.
Yeah, we got urgency.
We got urgency, plans, goals, and
routes, we're building infrastructure.
Yeah, and we are, and we're doing that.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. But I think my point with that was just I don't have to be just shotgun strategies. Oh, just do shit for the sake of doing shit. It's just like, no, just keep on. But keep in mind, it's like people are depending on you, bro. Like I didn't put you through boot camp to diddle around and take your time to get your paper, to deliver the goods to your people.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Like,
and that paper also could represent the actual papers you be pushing too.
Facts.
Like the call, you know,
call, bro.
People need them, bro. You waiting on you, like, give us the like, like you think you told me you said that where like there was one kid you gave it to and he was like, oh yeah, like I know what I'm reading, I know
it's true, bro.
That's
like,
a part of it.
That's why I asked for it. Yeah. So and that work, and that's what I've realized with that work is necessary, you know, and it's what scares a lot of people from joining the nation is because they see us putting in that type of work.
The work,
that work, like being in the streets, delivering newspaper to people who aren't good at reading. That is,
and it's not glamorous.
It's not trendy.
It's not trendy. It's not going to make you an Instagram star.
Not at all.
You're not going to get your followers up like that.
No, not at all. And you're going to get ridiculed. Christians are going to bang on you. But I'm getting good with handling the banging on the Christians. It's good. Like because I don't fight them. I agree with them. It's like, yeah, I love Jesus too, bro. I'm living the life. I'm walking in his steps. Like, what are you doing besides banging on me in front of the swap meet? And that really just happened. But
hands up, man.
Yeah. But then as we've had this conversation, you see people who are, I'm not going to mention any names, who are affiliated with the Nation of Islam. But do you see them carrying a newspaper? Do you ever?
I mean,
you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You know exactly.
We're gonna leave that right there.
You know exactly.
See what's planted, and we're gonna move forward, right?
Because if you, you know it, bro.
Right.
That's right. If you are FOI, you are required to push that paper, bro. And if you ain't pushing that paper, like, what are you doing? You're trying to,
mind you, I can't speak on that.
I understand.
Right?
I understand. But
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying.
But I can't speak on it.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah. But
you can.
Yes, I can, and I will. But it's
and you are.
I am for a reason.
For a reason.
You could think of any excuse. Oh, I'm doing boss nigga shit. I'm doing Instagram shit. I'm doing the real work. I don't gotta push no paper, bro. I don't gotta push no paper. That's for those niggas, bro. Like I'm better than that. That's what it is.
Hey, man.
That's what it is.
Mind you, like you was talking about earlier.
That's what it is.
This conversation we were having earlier about laws and chain of command and the importance of like there are things you got to do.
The things you got to do.
The things you got to do.
There's things you
and some people who those rules are for everybody else. That's a real thing with the ego.
Facts.
And especially us hood niggas who have survived and made it through big insurmountable things.
Yeah.
Some of those things could be like, that's small, you know what I'm saying? But like you saying, I get it. Like those little things are needed.
Absolutely.
Pushing papers is my sending emails, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. You got to do it, and you got to. And while we're on emails, and now let's finish the conversation earlier. It's like now it's like emails is not just a thing. Emails a thing, bro.
Emails are imperative, bro.
They're the that's how people communicate.
It's open the lines of communication.
It's open.
It's clear communication.
You can't just not do it or do it at your convenience when you have no power. It's like no, you gotta. It's a daily thing.
And mind you, because I was called out on it before. And I had to really sit there with it.
Yeah.
I do. And now I have actually started pushing through and started doing it. I have seen the difference.
Yeah, man.
I have seen how fast things happen.
Yeah. You tie things up.
When you just send an email.
Yeah, and if you take a week to respond to someone, they don't take you seriously. It's like, wait, this isn't reality anymore.
I understand. But also remember, I be overwhelmed by emails. So sometimes one might slip. Sometimes you don't really have an answer, and then all the pressing ones come, and then you look up and you never responded to the one you never really sat down and had an answer for.
Is it the email, the actual email, the vehicle that you're hesitant, or is it the actual having to think about what words you want to put down in this form? Because you're good at that. You're good at talking. You could talk like a motherfucker, bro.
I told you, sitting down and doing something is difficult for me. The way my mind works is I have to be active.
I understand.
Right? I have to be active in doing stuff. That's why even like right now, being on Instagram, like having a conversation and being on Instagram.
I understand.
And like drinking my tea. That's how my mind works.
It's a lot.
My mind has to be multitasking for me to process information and do stuff.
I understand. Your mind in this current state right now.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
I'm curious.
I'm an artist. I'm an artistic person, though. I'm what some would say I have ADD or ADHD.
Yeah.
Right? That's just how I've accepted this, but that's also why I fell in love with cooking. Because I'm able to do all of this and bring order.
Yeah.
It's chaos, right? The universe wasn't made with you take the chaos of the universe and then you create order out of it. Yeah. My mind loves chaos and then making order.
Yeah. But what would happen if you... What I want to know is why? Why does the mind of Temu?
I told you because I have what someone call ADD, ADHD.
That's not a real thing.
That's a real no. It's the way my mind works.
I understand.
Telling me to sit down and do one thing is hard for me if I'm not engaged.
No, but
emailing isn't engaging.
ADHD is a label. It is a psychic. It's a label by Western medicine.
It's a point of reference.
It's a label.
It's a point of reference to the way my mind works.
Facts. So my question is: nothing happens for a reason. What, in your experience, has created your mind to operate like this?
I'm an artistic person.
Okay.
I do better creating art. I do better creating. I do better doing. I don't do well. Like I told you, even as a kid, I was valedictorian of my elementary school, and my teacher didn't understand because I never was engaged.
Yeah.
But I was the smartest kid in the school.
I understand.
I could have got skipped when I was in second grade. I've always been very brilliant and very smart, but I don't be fully engaged.
I understand.
That's just how my mind processes information. I could be drawing and listening to the teacher and hearing everything he's saying and still be drawing.
Okay.
Shoes.
So I think my point is maybe if...
Emailing isn't engaging.
Maybe I understand.
I have to stop and think.
I understand.
It hurts.
I understand, but I'm saying maybe it is the fact that your mind in its current operating system, its current way of operating. If you were to get it to be more focused and streamlined, you would go from being Temu Asyr Bey to Ankh and Haden. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, which is why I'm.
That's that, and it's not a good or bad thing. It's just the level because I've got my mind.
That's what I said.
It's hard for me to focus on certain stuff.
Like I said, when I started emailing, I do understand. I do agree. That's how we started the conversation. Focus. Which is when I actually do make myself stop and do stuff, things do get done better.
Facts.
But it doesn't mean that it's
don't lose
easy.
Sight of that. It's not easy. I understand.
Not at all. It's not easy for me.
It's not easy.
It's easy for other people, and I've also learned I can delegate, and the people who it is easy for can do it.
Absolutely.
And I can continue to be my creative self and be my innovative self, and we can work together.
Yeah, I understand. But I think
I love teaching too.
I understand. Yes, you do. I think you could be both. I think, and I don't want to speak for your experience, but. Because my mind, there are certain things that you start doing it and you just want to jump off and do something else.
That's me.
That's exactly. I know exactly.
Yeah.
It's just not with me. It's not with email, because emails, like that shit's easy for me. So like I'm like I'll jump on it because sending emails allowing me to do the stuff I don't want to do, which is more critical thinking, administrative tasks like planning for the future, something like that. And that shit, I'm like, oh god, no, I don't want to do that. No, I'll write this email because the email's right here right now.
See, I love planning for the future.
Exactly.
I love goal setting. And
See?
projecting.
Nah, fuck all that.
I'm a visionary.
Yeah,
I love.
understand.
I love daydreaming. I love sitting around. I can do that all day.
I understand.
I'm a visionary. See, that's easy for me.
It's not easy for me, and I like that same thing you do with emails. Like, I'm good. Go on Instagram.
Talking about the future. Oh yeah, let's sit down and talk about the future.
Future. I'm like,
Oh yeah, we can do that all day. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't want to hold myself accountable. I don't want to set up things I'm going to have to go back and I don't want to put things in place that'll create the potential for failure. That's really what it is.
After
That's
Earth,
honest.
we need to watch After Earth.
Yeah, I understand.
We're gonna try. I'm not gonna do too much on it, but yeah, I'm
I
gonna
understand.
drop that boom.
You went in last time. Yeah, I
What
understand.
After Earth
I understand.
definitely it's like a key. It's a key. It changed my mind. It changed my whole life.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. But the point is, emails are important, bro.
I know.
They're super important.
I've never
And it's like
never said they're not important.
Open lines, and we're in warfare. Open lines of communication are essential, and especially now that we're dealing with administrative people who have been trained in that, it's like art of warfare, man. You gotta deal with the tools of the trade. That's what it is. I'm glad you got an assistant.
Which is why I'm working towards. I understand it, and that's why I'm working towards making sure I've submerged myself around administrative people.
Yeah,
and build out and communicate.
you with college niggas now, bro.
I'm submerging myself around y'all, bro.
Yeah.
I'm diving in around support systems and making sure I support the support systems.
That's right, bro. Yeah.
Right, I'm learning to do that. Support the support system.
And also, you don't want to be in a position where you lowering the standard of operations from the people you surround yourself.
Understandable. I don't want to do
Because
that.
niggas looking at you, gonna be like, "Oh, you are a hood nigga." Here we go again.
Well, I mean,
I know you don't want.
we're
that.
gonna all need. We're gonna all need some grace
It's true.
as we're
That's true.
going on this long term journey.
This is true.
Because they're right. Y'all right. I am. And I've never y'all knew that when you feel me, when y'all was like, we're gonna I've never hit that.
This is true.
You're right. I've never
respect that.
denied that, hey, there are things that come with how I grew up and come from an environment and come from there are things that there are complexities that are part of all the good that I bring.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
There are things over here that I cannot simply pretend like don't exist.
Yeah.
Because they come from just the environment I grew up.
Absolutely.
When you grow up around crackheads and crackheads trying to break into your car every day,
Bro, I know. I understand.
and you have to learn what hood likes what hood and what hood doesn't like one hood and what color and what hat and who's cool with who and what hood you in and who you feel me, when you have to be extremely political and very militarized to be able to literally survive.
Just to survive.
Every day in school, post school, outside of school, after you graduate high school. Like I said last week, how I would go to the Cordon Bleu and then still have to come back to the hood.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are things that I survived. When you're around police who are trying to literally harm you,
Yeah.
you got to navigate. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
I got my therapy. I've done a lot of healing.
I understand. Yeah. And we both still got healing to do.
Definitely.
But the fact that we've done enough healing to get our foot in the door to where we can have a conversation, be honest with each other, not go nigga on and get mad at each other for making. Yeah. It's just like we've done enough to get, but we still have to complete the process.
Definitely.
And it's going to take a lifetime.
And a part of the
Maybe we
process.
can hopefully get a lot. Hopefully this lifetime we can get it in. I'm really hoping we can.
I believe so. And a part of the process is I've created solutions.
Yes, sir.
Right? Which is why I'm in this position, because I have actually created solutions for the same problems I've experienced. I've experienced these problems, and I said, how can we create an actual solution for our real life problems?
Yes, sir.
Right? Growing up in food apartheid, growing up with low quality food, we created a business whose business model is specializing in providing high quality fine dining food.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
We saw that people don't know how to grow organic food. We created something where, okay, we're going to actually record this class, transcribe this class into a book, and add a holistic approach and give this book away for free to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
These are solutions.
Solutions. Yeah. And it's and And that's why we've both made it here, because we've dealt with our respective bullshit, very different types and different color of bullshit, but still bullshit.
Yeah.
To get us to this point to realize it's like we can complain about it, we can blame the environment, or we can do something about it. And now we're here talking about it, and all of our conversations are literally solution based, and because we have the goal, we have the solution, and it's actually good that you. And how Allah put us together, because you are the visionary, and you have the comfort in that realm of the future, and I have comfort in the now.
Definitely.
Ability to, all right, we got to do this right now to get to where we want to go. We got to do this today. This. Send this out. Send these out. Okay, this meeting. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Cooking is, I guess you're right, because that's cooking. You have to be a visionary to be a chef.
Facts.
You have to know these things I'm doing is to get here. Not and then do it again. Repeat the process.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna cut the mise en place, saute, get my measurements, do everything I need to do the whole process to create something, and then now it's created. Go back to the process again.
Absolutely.
As opposed to like cooking and art is a flow. So I go boom, boom, boom. It's a dance.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And that's my mind works well like that. So like visionary projections. I love making plans. I love. It's one of the reasons I love fashion, because fashion is compromising different things together.
Facts.
And even how I shop, like there's shoes that I don't really impulse spend when it comes to clothes. I'll research clothes. I'll find something I like, and then I'll set a date when I'm going to actually buy it.
Understood.
There's some things that I just now bought this year that I wanted to buy 2019.
Oh, okay, understood.
Because it's like I'm always like, okay, like setting things for myself and then working towards those things.
Yeah.
I do well in those environments.
And then now you got to think like, how do you translate that to thinking like that for organizations?
Yeah.
Because you got your own organization, we've got ours, we've got projects in place now.
Yeah.
We've got multiple projects in place, and they're just the beginning. But
and I'm also do well with chain of command.
Yeah, you do.
I do well with chain of command.
You do.
Right? I follow orders really well.
No, both of us follow orders incredibly well, and that's why we're both here. It's like,
because part of the militarized soldier mind. Like,
facts, man.
bro,
No,
this is what you're doing. All right, let's do it.
It's all about respect for people who know more than you. That's it. It's nothing personal. It's like, why wouldn't I want to listen to you? I'm not trying to make your same mistakes, bro. And like, I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you know more than anything than I do, I'm going to shut the fuck up and I'm going to be, yes, sir, no matter what color you are. Like, no, like, I have no humility, because that's what being a soldier is, the ability to know where the higher power is, and be like, okay, well, no matter what, in this certain situation, you are going to beat me. So I need to submit and then get the intelligence to apply to my own apply to my own life, to deploy my own strategy. And luckily, we have everything. We have the goals. We have the chain of command. We have the resources. We have daily to dos. And now it's like, it's and then we got this to really, these are
outlets,
propaganda. It's really propaganda. That's what we're doing. It's propaganda. It's pure propaganda. It's a fucking beautiful thing, man.
Propaganda is a real thing. It's not bad or right. It's how you use it.
This is propaganda.
Pushing your what you want to be pushed.
Absolutely. And I even structure like when I'm like creating the content, I'm thinking like in propaganda, it's like, what do I want to say that pops to get people to feel a certain way? That's propaganda, bro. Even with like COVID, the same like logic behind like COVID billboards, I'm applying the same shit. It's like, how do I get people to feel a certain way? Man, what do I want them to get? I want them to think about it. I want them to think about specifically why land.
Yeah.
What? Oh, land. Yeah. I don't like this vaccine, but fuck, I don't have any land. What these niggas talking about over here, right? So, point is, that is propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My propaganda is shedding light on the industry and the economy of the industry.
Yeah.
So that way we can wrap our minds around the value. Like you said, thinking about this. Most of us don't think about this over here. This big, monumental, huge foundational thing. Most of us don't really even think about it.
Not at all.
Not saying that there isn't. There is a lot of people who do, but it's not a part of our mainstream society. And so my propaganda.
We're talking about agriculture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not a part of our mainstream society.
not at all. Not
it's
at all.
not. It's not a part.
It's taken for granted.
Extreme exponentially.
It's taken.
We're just more so the consumers,
Exactly.
and we're the conversation. The stakes are too high because the conversation is happening, right? As far as equity at the highest levels.
Yeah.
And it's imperative that I be a part of the conversation.
Yes, sir.
In order to facilitate making sure that who I represent gets a part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
And then communicating that conversation to who the people I represent.
Absolutely.
Both. Making sure I represent my people and my culture and our,
unapologetically.
Yeah.
And honestly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
representing people from food apartheid, the real people who really apart from these environments,
These colonies.
Yeah. And show, I was having a conversation with a gentleman, and he was just asking like, what is the Compton Community Garden? I'm just breaking down what we've done, and he's just like damn, like that's impressive, and it's like, and you have to really process like damn, like. Y'all really do it, and we really do a lot of stuff on a very small scale, which has allowed us to be a part of this nationwide conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. The work you put in, it's got you.
Like we're part of the national conversation of equity.
National conversation.
We're part of it. We're there. I'm listening. Yeah, I'm hearing the conversation.
And what people who aren't in the know, they haven't realized that this is the beginning of what quote unquote we call reparations, and this is why it's reparations, but it's called equity.
Equity.
It's equity. It's
equity act.
It is equity. Equity is having complete ownership of your share of government, of the resources in the land in which you reside.
Real quick, since it's talking about equity.
Yes.
Can you pull up the Farmer Equity Act?
Yes, sir. The report?
Sure, you can pull up the report. Either one of them.
AB 1348?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
It's a long bill.
Yes, sir.
But
AB 1348.
Essentially, like we've never talked about that.
No, we have
and
not.
I think that we really need to hone in on that.
Good call.
And also the executive order.
Let's read AB 1348 because the executive order is super long.
Yeah.
Super long. Maybe I can.
The 1006 part.
Understood. So let's
Here, read AB 1348.
All right. AB 1348, authored by Assemblywoman Aguiar Curry, District 7 or District 4, I don't remember. Northern California, Sacramento area. Existing law requires the Department of Food and Agriculture, headed by the Secretary of Food and Agriculture, to promote and protect the agricultural industry of the state. This bill would enact the Farmer Equity Act of 2017 and would require the department to ensure the inclusion of socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers as defined in the development, adoption, implementation, and enforcement of food and agriculture laws, regulations, and policies and programs as specified. The bill would require the secretary to create a position within the department's executive office, the department being the department CDFA, the California Department of Food and Agriculture. The CDFA's executive office to support the department's efforts to include socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers in its policies and programs as specified. Let's talk about who this person is. This person is Thea Whittenhouse.
Yeah.
That is the person that this is the person who currently holds this office, this law created in 2017.
Yeah.
They have hired a woman under her named Carmen Carrasco.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are the two women who are responsible for the equity efforts. Doing a
phenomenal work.
A lot of work.
Honors to them.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Shout out to them. So Thea Whittenhouse and Carmen Carrasco, I believe.
And pull up the report if you can too.
I will.
You want to keep?
Let's finish.
Because it's a long bill.
It's a bill. I want to
just want people to know
what it is.
Pay attention to what this.
Yeah,
it's a real bill.
This is also the bill that really set the stage for me because, like we said, it's one thing to hear USDA, CDFA, you need context to understand like why should I give a fuck about these these old boring. It's boring.
Yeah,
it's boring, bro. Like end of the day, you can't expect people who don't have any experience in administration to like take interest in boring ass. Boring, and that's the thing.
That's a part of the minority, right?
Exactly.
That's a part of being a minority.
Yeah, this is for grown-ups.
You get what I'm saying? Real. This is for the people who run things.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't like how you guys run things, but like we don't really want to take the time to understand how things are ran.
Yeah, because
and I still, like I said, it's not them. I'm a part of that too. I'm still stepping into.
Absolutely.
No, we need to understand our laws and our bills.
Facts.
And like I said, it's one thing to know the treaties and to understand, the Islam, understand the treaties and the different our rights and our constitutions. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But it's also one thing to understand what's really going on today as well.
Facts.
And what is being put in place today.
Facts. Because this type of
for
stuff.
for the scale of people, at scale.
Because this type of laws and things that they affect your life, and things that affect your life allow you to apply your mathematics, whereas learning stuff that's more theoretical is like, yeah, that's cool, but how are you going to apply that knowledge, bro? How are you going to take that knowledge to apply it? This stuff is, okay, you can apply it because you can reach out to your assemblywoman or congresswoman and be like, okay, actually, this is relevant to my occupation. How can you help me out? Because that's literally your job. People don't take part in this part of governance. They just vote, if they vote at all, and think that's all they got to do. So
at least be aware, because these are also apply to tribes as well. Let's be clear. They apply to tribes and they apply to micro governments.
Absolutely.
Like, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's indigenous people is in there. It's a real thing.
That's right.
Right? And it also applies to tribes.
Yes, sir.
And small governments.
Facts.
And cities.
Facts.
There are cities who can apply for this funding.
Absolutely.
There are cities who can base their actual economical structure around these bills. You can actually build a city right now, and as a city, actually connect to what's going on.
Facts.
As a tribe, you can actually build your tribe out. You feel me? And as a tribe, apply for this funding and make sure the things that you're doing as a tribe are actually funded.
And maintain.
You feel me?
Maintain your own sovereignty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's yeah, bro.
You don't. You can.
Let's
you
go
can
there.
Advocate
Let's do
separation and still tap into the resources of the nation in which you reside, because you pay for these resources. And so, in order to ignore resources readily available at your discover because you think you're too good to partake in your own taxpayer dollars, it's minority behavior.
To not be aware of what's going on in the present moment.
That's right.
And what things are being put in place for the future.
Facts.
Like, this bill was passed 2017. They're just now creating an actual equity department.
That's 5 years ago, bro. Right? 2020.
They created it last year.
Yeah.
But it's like and mind you,
created what last year?
The equity office.
Okay, yes, sir. So
right.
Job. Yes, sir.
And I definitely want us to go look at the report. I mean, mind you, I have the report on my Instagram, but the report is imperative, bro.
Yeah, facts. And we need to go with, like, this is the big takeaways what they got of, like, the 4 big points. The number one being land. Let's finish this first introductory thing.
Yeah.
The bill would require the California Department of Food and Agriculture, on or before January 1st, 2020, to submit a report to the governor and the legislature on efforts to serve socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers and female farmers and ranchers in California, and include recommendations to the governor and the legislator on how to improve processes to include socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers. So,
boom.
Yeah, this is
right. That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And mind you, let me be very clear.
Yeah.
I know it's a real thing. You know how I know it's a real thing?
Yeah.
Because I'm a part of this committee.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are. You're a part of the committee which advises the equity office of the CDFA.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And mind you, it's brand new, so we're all still learning and developing and trying to just build a relationship and try to understand this stuff. And I accept and understand that I am new to this industry, so a lot of it is really just listening, and giving my insight based upon my experiences. But definitely, I make sure to make sure that I'm listening to and following code, staying on code, and listening to the elders.
That's right.
And also at the same time, not being afraid to speak from my own experiences as well. It's nothing wrong with being new to the industry, because I do bring a sense of fresh, new, different energy.
Yes, sir.
You know, I bring an energy that they're not used to ever being at this table. They're not used to young people with this type of demeanor and this type of you know, the way we just move, but also here for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Here with intelligence and prepared to work and build and prepared to listen, prepared to learn, and prepared to actually get involved.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, we're
involved.
We're getting involved.
We're super involved.
I'm not. I didn't join this to just stand on ceremony and to just say, "Look at me." Let's fully push this thing. And we can't depend on them, but it's up to us to actually see this through and actually make sure that this work actually gets done. This equity actually happens.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to tell them what equity is. We can't wait them to
We cannot wait for white people to tell us what equity is. We must go in there and tell them this is what we want. And by no means, and I'm coming this from the Nation of Islam perspective, Elijah Muhammad perspective, he says, yeah, we advocate for do for self separation for our own land and territory, but at no point do we say we are not to engage with the governing bodies of this country. At no point did he say that. As a matter of fact, he says he drafted a formal what we want, land, and we want the ability, we need not just land, we need training and resources for at least a period of 30 years so we can get on our own footing, period. So at no point.
That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
That's literally what the same plan we are putting in place.
That is what we're doing right now. So we're professionalizing it and we're putting it into real life. This is what it looks like. We're engaging with governing bodies.
Yeah.
We're engaged with governing bodies to provide resources, training and land for our people.
Yeah.
And I am following duty. I am following instructions within what we got chain of command, but also from Nation of Islam. It's like, yeah, this is what we're supposed to be doing. It just may not be evident to people right now. And I understand that.
And that's
fine.
I'm a visionary.
Exactly.
So I'm okay with that. I've always
right.
I've had to get used to that. I got used to that a long time
Yes,
ago.
sir. Yeah, yeah.
Right. We didn't when we started working in the company, like I tell you before, I'm always gonna bring it up because I don't care. Somebody tell you you're gonna be a gardener that's gay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I understand. Yeah, man.
Like
that attitude is the attitude of our people. Man.
I remember in high school, is an example. It's an example though. There was a clothing company called LRG.
Clothing, yeah, LRG. Clothing.
I remember at a time where I wore LRG, and it was like, that's a loser brand. And then the next year, everybody was wearing LRG. I was wearing LRG before everybody was wearing LRG.
Fire,
I was wearing shirts that actually fit, small shirts and young, like shirts that people would consider quote unquote young. Remember back in the day we wore young shirts, shirts that actually fit.
Yeah.
I was wearing young shirts before it was cool.
So you was rocking tight shirts when niggas were rocking tall tees.
Yes, I was wearing 7 jeans and Abercrombie and Fitch before everybody was wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. I was in Compton High wearing Vans and Abercrombie and Fitch. And then everybody started wearing Abercrombie. It's like I've always been a visionary. Even with fashion or whatever.
This is rocking everyone rocked Abercrombie.
Bro, in Compton, I'm in the hood. You get me? Let's be clear. Everybody wasn't rocking Abercrombie and Fitch in the hood at first.
Okay. So, but they did eventually the hood.
Of course.
Damn, bro. Yeah, because I know.
But I was doing it like in 11th grade. I was doing things like a year before. Even example, my biggest. I'm finna get petty.
Flex.
The Jordan 10s was my favorite pair of Jordans. Everybody at Compton High know this is record. I was wearing the Jordan 10s a year before Jordan released them, bro. No, not a year. I bought them Christmas of like the Christmas, and he released the Jordan 10s in like spring. You feel me? And I remember when everybody was making fun of me because they know what them shoes was. And then when he dropped them, everybody was like, "Oh, bro, yes, man. I'm a visionary, bro. I've had to accept it. I've had to accept I'm going to do things before most people see it, and it is what it is. And I can't even be condescending because I'm a visionary and my mind works differently.
Bro, you're gonna be rocking Abercrombie before niggas realize that shit is fire. I get it, bro. It's a burden.
It's a burden, bro. Getting shot on every day, getting made fun of every day, and then a year later, everybody wearing it, and everybody act like they wasn't making fun of you last year for wearing this stuff. Being embarrassed, girls picking on me, and girls making fun of me. Because I'm wearing clothes that fit, and then a year later, everybody wearing clothes that fit.
I got banged on.
Stop. It wasn't easy being a visionary,
bro. Sevens was like, I got banged on hard as fuck. Walking Sevens, bro. I got called gay at the beginning. That was entry level insults when I got called, bro. But them niggas was hating, bro. They were just hating. They look good on your boy, bro. It was nice. They were nice ass jeans.
By the time I was
Sevens
a senior,
was nice jeans, bro.
By the time I was a senior, they was nice jeans. I like my bro.
I like Sevens.
My 7 jeans was
fire. Nice, bro.
By the time I was a senior, it was like, okay, at this point, because I had been doing this my whole, it wasn't, nobody could play me no more.
That's facts. Yeah.
But sophomore year, junior year, there was times where it was like, it was kind of hard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we both, okay, yeah. Let's be honest.
I'm in the hood, mind you. I'm in the hood. I have to, how you dress is
it's damn
very real, bro. It's like,
I understand.
If I'm looking like a skateboarder, punk rock, I'm looking like a nice skateboarder in the hood, and I don't skateboard.
I understand.
Like, what's up?
Fucking edgy, bro.
What's up, cuz?
Fucking edgy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I grew up around. I mean, just like let's be real, clothes matter in middle school, junior, and high school, bro. That's not a hood thing. That's a high school motherfucker thing. Like, clothes matter.
Clothes
a
matter.
lot. Arguably more than anything else.
Clothes matter. Clothes still matter.
Clothes still matter, but
Clothes still
especially 7th, 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, bro. Like, oh my god. Yeah. So yeah.
That's why.
Abercrombie and Fitch was a thing.
You seen that? It was, but I seen is a study about like the Asiatic man. We kind of veering off, but let's flow with it.
I got the report.
Yeah.
Continue with that, but I'll read the
real
report.
quick. No, actually, yeah. I'm gonna say real quick.
No.
I'm gonna go
Say.
because it was a study of like basically it was a young man from I forgot what city, but he felt like people judged him differently because he didn't like it.
Yeah.
So he did like an actual report with like a case study.
Yeah.
He liked wearing sweatpants and flip flops throughout the day, right?
Yeah.
But he said, "Why do people treat me like this?" So he said, "You know what? I'm gonna try something different." So he wore slacks and a dress shirt and like he dressed up. He looked like a square, and he noticed that like people treated him different. People like, "Oh, you got a job interview today?" And he's like, "No." Like the bus driver would be like, "Oh, I see you." 7-Eleven, people would like notice him when he actually presented himself as a mature man.
Yeah.
And then, but he didn't like that. And like that it brought out like a conversation as far as like why do Asiatic men struggle with presenting himself as a mature man and struggle with the awareness and attention that comes when you present yourself as a man in the world as opposed to when to present themselves as comfortable, right?
Ooh.
Why is it that only the Asiatic man for the most part is the ones who 40 and wearing Jordans everywhere, 30 something and wearing Jordans and sweatpants everywhere.
Ooh.
And t-shirts everywhere,
Bro. Damn.
and for the everywhere. You get what I'm saying? Or feel more comfortable in Jordans and sweats and a t-shirt than they do feel comfortable in slacks and some nice loafers or some nice Chelsea boots and a nice button up.
Facts.
For the most part. Not all, but just for the most part. And that conversation is like that. Like we were saying, going back to like
It's real, man.
Going back to like there's no rites of passage within Asiatic man.
Facts.
We never transition into being a man.
Facts.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
it goes back to
answer your question about why are we uncomfortable presenting ourselves in the world as a man, because this world is configured in such a way to keep us on our knees, because this world can't operate with a black Asiatic man operating in his full manhood. So that is why, because like by us acting,
it's the only way it's got to operate.
Yeah, exactly. But in us operating in this way, in mass and collectively, the world stops and our world begins.
That's the people respect the nation.
Exactly.
Right, wrong.
I was going to
people respect the nation.
again,
Islam.
yeah, because we rock suits.
Y'all dress militarized.
That exactly for that reason.
Yeah.
And actually, when you're talking, I was like, damn. Because when I first joined the nation, I would really rock suit and bow tie every day, bro. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. When I first, because I
remember you seeing your bow tie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you first met me. I was right. I was suited and booted because I was actually working. So when I'm working, like, and I'm pushing any papers, I usually wear a suit and bow tie.
Yeah.
Or I'm running my pop-up store, a suit and bow tie. But yeah, but I used to just rock it. Like even like for an event like this, I'd be suit and bow tie because I was so amped to be in, and I was like, nah, I'm a man. And I still had that, but now I'm like, you get. It dials back a little bit, but now I'm like, man, I need to get back on that.
I mean, that's a part of it with the turban thing. Like, it's easy to like fall off the horse, or
it's
like
easy,
I'm not gonna wear a turban everywhere. But it's like, it is a part of it. And like I said, I it's not like I'm a less of a more, or more of a more if I do or don't. But it's a part of the presenting myself as such.
Facts, man.
And in a part of my psychology, part of protecting my temple. You know what I'm saying? And a part of how I present myself, of like presenting myself as what I say I am.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like I say, I'm finding that balance.
Yeah, it's a balance, and it's like, you can still, but you could still be who you are without dressing a certain way. But like, it's just when you consciously choose to show yourself to the world, this is who I am. Whether it's bow tie, whether it's turban, it's like that. That provides more physical credit to where you stand, or something like that. Yeah. It's more power, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's how you assert yourself.
It's assertive.
It's more assertive.
It's assertive.
It's asserting yourself in the world. I belong here. I'm a part of this.
I don't have to be apologetic for being myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, man.
But let's get back to the.
Yeah,
because
let's read
I
this.
do want to. Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the part where it talks about the 4 big issues. I'll read through that part.
Yeah.
I think that's the big takeaway. So this is the California Equity 2020 report to the California legislator on the Farmer Equity Act, the report that was required because of AB 1348 passed in 2017. So we're going to read the 4 big takeaways from this report. This report identifies 4 key challenges facing socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers and a set of recommendations for the CDFA, California Department of Food and Agriculture, to address each of these challenges. Number 1, land tenure. Land tenure.
Land tenure. You heard it here first.
That's right. Many socially disadvantaged farmers
tenure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
disadvantaged farmers and ranchers.
Uppity nigga. Tenure.
Many socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers do not have a stable long-term arrangement for land.
Facts.
This affects the long-term sustainability of their businesses,
Facts.
as well as the ability to incorporate conservation practices.
Facts.
Hard to conserve what's not yours.
And process that. Yeah, like what does that mean, right? As far as you can't really put things in place if you don't have no sense of stability.
Facts. You've got to move.
You can't be applying for these big grants and applying for this type of stuff. And especially number 1, they won't let you.
Yeah.
Right. They're not gonna give you $100,000 if you don't even on some land you might lose next year.
Yeah, because you don't own the right, and they can kick you off because it's not yours.
Yeah,
that's real, and that's not the personal. It's like why you have to be as a steward of state resources. Taxpayer dollars, you have to be responsible for it because you can get in trouble for deploying resources that weren't used adequately.
Yeah, they'll lose their funding.
They'll lose their funding. They'll lose their jobs. So it's like you said, a lot of the stuff isn't personal. It's institutional.
It's institutionalized. And that's what we're trying to get people to understand what racism is. Yeah. It's not like personal. It's like no, we can't do that because this and this over here.
We haven't been set up. We never had the proper foundation to be set up to be included into the administration and infrastructure of this country. That has not happened.
Yeah.
We've been excluded in our we were enslaved and excluded legally up until now. And then now they're finally opening the doors like, okay, maybe we'll be nice to you niggas now. Maybe we'll give you niggas some equity.
And along with that that's one aspect of it. But another aspect that we have to be accountable for is that it's not our focus.
Facts. No.
And it's not what we consciously as a collective community are putting our energy into.
Oh, no.
We're not at scale.
No, not at scale.
More boys are being prepared to be football players, basketball players, and rappers than they are prepared to be farmers and agriculturalists and get land.
And
more people would rather flex with a Bentley and their chains than they would flex with getting land that we can actually produce on.
Their land and their tractor.
Facts. Right. And that's an objective, observable reality.
Yeah.
That's not even a finger pointing or a demonization. That's an objective reality that we can all clearly see. How much of marketing is to us, how much of our aspirations collectively is to put ourselves in position to obtain more land for the sake of being able to produce. How much of our collective energy is pulling our resources together to facilitate when we do get land, supporting the land.
Facts.
And make sure that land could go to production.
Facts. And then it's our job to put these ideas into the collective consciousness of our people.
Yes.
Because they're not there. They're there in individuals, they're in certain people, but it's like making this type of thinking, which is really the fundamental underpinning of nationhood. We're talking about nationhood right now.
Always.
This is what gets you thinking of like, okay, if I want nation, I need land. What do I need to do? Everything we're talking about. How do you acquire land? You pull your resources and you buy it on the open market.
Yeah. Like anything.
Like anything else. And it's in regard to your struggle, this is the most important resource, bar none. Land is the basis of independence. Land is the basis of sovereignty. And land is the basis of freedom.
And also you maximize, you figure out what you do have and you start there and you go from there. And that's what we did with the community garden.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Sheridan Ross said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you need to go somewhere else. Manage what you've got.
Manage what you got. He tell me like, don't try to build another garden. If this garden isn't ran effectively and efficiently and you haven't maximized this, then why you try to go do something else? Right?
That's bars.
Like when this gardening is like, bro, we can't even. We just like that. Even Roosevelt says like, we want to maximize that 300. We want to have that 300 pumping.
300 acres pumping. Absolutely.
Pumping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going up nonstop. We to a point we need more. We ain't got enough space.
We ain't got enough space.
We need more.
Expand. That's right.
And what he said that 300 acres could produce 20
at least 20 million per year.
At least 20 million per year.
At least 20 million.
So understand.
Yeah.
What type of time are we on?
Yeah, absolutely. And then these are all things
we can't even get there if we don't even have the mindset to acquire land.
It's the broken piece. That mindset is
mindset.
It's that broken piece, man. We've got to within ourselves, but then within our people, and then we can start making collective moves. And then people like us, they don't even have to like be as involved as we are. They could just support us, whether with resources or their skill sets on weekends. A lady when we were at the farm in Asante microphone, the first farm crop swap, she saw what we were doing and she's like, oh, I work for DWP, Department of Water and Power for LA, and she's like, I'm a grant writer, just let me know. And I was like, we were just having that conversation, sister. I will let you know,
please.
But yeah, so that's what you have to do is like, this is what being the vanguard is. It's building the infrastructure, and then once our people see this proof of concept, then they'll fall in line, whether it's actual fiat currency resources, whether it's expertise, skill set. But that's what our people need to see. They need to see it to offset what they see in the real world, which is niggas on TV shooting balls in a basket. Really, that's what it is. Let's read this
at scale. I'm not saying like I don't have no problem with it. Just it can't. We have to. The scale is the problem I have. The amount of people that, because most of them are discarded. Most of them aren't going to be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
So if you pull back on like, okay, who's really not elite at this?
Thanks.
We don't need a bunch of basketball players at a bunch of schools.
Yeah. No, we don't.
We don't need a A league, a B league, a D league. We don't need a D league basketball team.
Yeah, we don't need.
You get what I'm saying? Like we don't. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't need a practice squad when it comes to like football. And you get what I'm saying? Like nobody. You get. It's like this is a waste of our our men.
Yeah.
Who are literally fighting for jobs.
It's an industry. It's
an industry that's just this waste. It just takes us and just discards us.
Well, it wastes our energy, and people exploit our energy and make millions of dollars.
Like think about the practice squad for real. Like for real. Like what? Like think about the practice squad. There's no honor in it.
No, bro.
There's no honor in there, bro. There's no honor in there playing in arena football. That's people who just haven't come to grips with reality, and they still wanna. They still have the Kurt Warner thing. The Tom Brady thing. People are chasing the Tom Brady and the Kurt Warner-ness, right? But as we see, there's only one Tom Brady.
There's only one.
There's only one Kurt Warner.
You know I love Tom Brady, bro. I love Tom.
We all love Tom Brady.
That's the man. I don't give a fuck anybody.
We all love Tom Brady because he's a story. He's a Cinderella. He's the story that he's what they're going to push.
Yeah.
You think they didn't help that man get them? Come on, bro.
Hold up. Wait, what? Help him do what?
Get them rings. Stop it. The tuck rule.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it, bro. Like,
there would be no Tom Brady if there was no Vinatieri. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Wait.
There would be no Tom Brady without Adam Vinatieri. Stop playing with that man, bro. Stop playing with that man.
I never played
that man hit a 40-yarder in the snow.
That's fucking
gangster. He won multiple rings.
That's gangster.
That man is clutch.
Oh man.
As far as I'm concerned, there would be no Tom Brady without, mind you, honestly, Tom Brady. But there would be no Tom Brady without Adam Vinatieri.
Respect, bro.
Hit 40-yarder in the snow.
That shit's gangster.
Hit multiple game winners, bro. Clutch.
I love the Patriots, bro. I love the Patriots. That's America's team, bro.
They're not
America's team, bro.
They're not America's team.
You a terrorist, bro.
They're the Caucasian. They're the ideology.
You rocking a turban.
They are the ideology
talking dead about Patriots, bro.
They cheat,
bro.
They consistently cheat.
I'm gonna call the feds, dog.
They consistently cheat to get here in front of everybody blatantly.
It's American, nigga. Like it's
they
America.
Have consistently.
They got no ethics. They ain't got no integrity.
They have consistently cheated and consistently discard every Asiatic and consistently discard any and every Asiatic who doesn't act like this, while simultaneously putting this Caucasian man as the helm, and as their mascot is literally the Caucasian man. Literally.
and I'm banging for him right now.
What other team? Their mascot is the Caucasian. They have the Caucasian man, a patriot. They're not even a real place. Their ideology, the New England. They're not even a real place.
They're the white boys. They're the fucking white boys. The new.
Do you understand? New England isn't a real place.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
It's an ideology.
It's the ideology. Thank you. It is because this empire is the New England. It's ideology,
right?
It's the new rule.
They're not the Boston Patriots.
Facts.
They're the New England Patriots.
They're the empire, and their mascot is a white boy.
Yeah, a Caucasian man.
Straight up Caucasian. Damn,
who consistently cheats. and discards the Asiatic man.
Niggas, oh man,
and has the Caucasian man as their they have two Caucasian men as the face of their franchise.
Facts.
With another Caucasian man who's the owner, who's cool with all the Asiatics.
It is
while simultaneously Bill Belichick is the old Asiatic, and you got Tom Brady who's a young Asiatic who's not an old Asiatic, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But it's definitely a ritual, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In the 90s, who was the team in the 90s? The Cowboys. Who was the team of the 80s? The 49ers.
Damn. Facts. Yes, sir. It's good analysis, man. Damn.
Football is a powerful ritual. I understand why we love it, but it's a ritual of discarding an Asiatic man. And
at scale.
Pulling in the Asiatic man and discarding him. Discarding him.
Yes, sir.
Pull you in, throw your body up, discard you. Now you're not really no good to society. Now you don't really have nothing to offer the rest of the world.
You put so much energy in this, you didn't prepare yourself well for the afterlife.
You don't have nothing to offer the world. You really don't. At scale. At scale, most people don't have it. Most of them don't have anything to offer. Mind you, I love football.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. No. I don't have nothing against football. I have something against the scale that we insert our men into this, especially it don't have an infrastructure in place for the ones who aren't able to actually do this.
Zero infrastructure, bro. We just forget about them and pretend they don't exist,
and don't have an alternative.
Nothing.
We don't have an Asiatic football team, or football arena, or football industry. We don't have there's no B league of football. There's Canada and arena, right? There's no we don't run the industry. That's all. That's my thing.
Facts, man.
It's not our industry.
No. And we participate in these at scale for the same reason we participate in lottery tickets at scale, because it's like maybe this time I'll be the exception.
It's our delusion. To me, sports is the biggest Asiatic man's delusion. Sports and music, it's the biggest Asiatic man's delusion. Facts. It's the biggest.
And these are why these
Cinderella. It's our Disney.
These are the two industries that are promoted to us the most because they are the biggest illusion.
They're our biggest Cinderella.
Man. Facts.
The Cinderella story. A hood nigga who stayed focused on basketball and didn't go in the streets and didn't be a bad person in society, and he focused on this sport, and then he made it.
And he made it.
He made it.
That's right.
And this is the vehicle that he made it.
That's right. You can do this too if you try hard enough.
Yeah. And then he comes back to the hood and he takes care of the hood and builds the hood up and he saves you niggas from yourself.
Yes, sir.
And then now you niggas could do it too if you come do this. It's a delusion. That's all I'm saying. It's a delusion because that's not what's happening at scale.
Not at all. It's not what happens.
When agriculture is something at scale that we can all collectively do.
Absolutely.
That's all. It's an industry in a sense of a career path, in a sense of a job circuit and an economy that we can collectively scale. It can be scaled. We cannot scale sports.
No.
We can't scale it. We can't take it to a higher level. No. We can't open up more football teams, right?
It's a game.
Can we put if we could say let's create more teams in the NFL?
We as a people don't have that power. We are not. No. Fuck no. No. God no. No.
Do we have the power to create more farmers?
Yes.
Do you have the power to buy more land?
Absolutely.
Do you have the power to create more agricultural industries?
Yes, we do.
Do you have the power to create more educational facilities?
Yes, we do. We have all that power. We have all the resources. We have all the skill sets required for all of that. We don't have a plan, and we don't have administration which would put this plan in action yet.
Yeah.
But we're building that.
Play football.
Yeah, that's it.
And then let's grow up.
Thank you. Let's grow up.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's continue reading. Number 2. Language. Socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers do not always speak English as a first language. This can be prohibitive when seeking information about regulations, programs, marketing, products, pest management, business management, and public engagement. Understandable.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, of course.
And that's a real thing, especially in the context of like when they're elusive in that. Right?
I know what you're going to say.
But yeah, it's like it's not just English language.
It's not just Latinos and Asians who don't speak English as the first language. It's people like us who may not speak the language of agriculture. Is that what you're going
Yes,
with?
the industry language.
Industry language.
Right.
Absolutely.
Technical assistance and outreach.
What does that mean?
Right? You get what I'm saying? Like as far as that language,
Yeah.
the industry language. What does that mean? People hear the word technical assistance out. What does that mean? Mind you, as we see, there's $5.7 million in technical assistance and outreach this year.
What does that mean?
So it's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Farmer training and apprenticeship. What does that mean?
Facts, man.
Specialty crops. What does that mean?
Facts. Fact.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's a language to the industry that you have to know. You have to be in the industry to understand.
Like any other industry, like Wall Street, it's an industry.
It's an industry.
It's an industry that requires knowledge and you got to know stuff to understand stuff, to understand what's being talked about. And there is a language barrier on all fronts, not just even with people who speak English like you and I.
Yeah, so there's a big language barrier.
Yes, sir.
And there's a land barrier because like the step one of the land, like the land, the CDFA, the USDA, whatever the case, they're not going to fund you buying land, right?
Yeah.
You have to already have existing land.
Facts. Yeah.
And then, as they say, you already have to have land that you relatively own or have a long-term plan with. So you can have land for 2-3 years, but how sustainable can you make something if you don't have it secured?
That's right.
How much funding and support can you get? And then also, what is your relationship with financial institutions?
Yeah.
Because a lot of time what the CDFA and the USDA do is they will give the money to a financial institution or what they will call fiscal sponsor. Somebody who's shown that they are fiscally responsible. You have to know what to do with $1 million before they give you $1 million.
Understood.
So we don't have the fiscal responsibility,
No.
nor do we have the relationships with the fiscal responsible organizations and banking institutions and financial institutions to be able to actually make sure we do have land secure. A bank can get you a loan and secure land, right?
Yeah.
And then you put that in production, and then you pay back the bank, and then you apply for funding from the grant from the USDA to CDFA,
Facts.
and then you take your profit, and part of your profit is you paying back the bank for the loan for your land, right?
Yep.
But we don't have those relationships with banks at scale.
No. Absolutely.
We don't have those relationships with landowners.
Yes, right.
We don't even know where to get land.
That's right.
We don't want to. A lot of us, once again, the highest concentration of the Asiatics people is in LA. Right, we are urban. We're in small. We're a lot of us are in small places, so we can't even. The concept of going out of the city and getting land, it's like you said, scary. It's terrifying.
Absolutely.
Most people, you tell a black person move out of LA and move an hour away, in the middle of nowhere, and build a farm. It's like what?
Yeah, no, that's so far removed from reality for 99.9% of our people. Yeah, it's like wait, no,
It's like well, that even makes sense, bro.
it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Go do what and go be a what?
Yeah.
A what?
Why?
Why?
It's our case. We got to make that case. We've made it numerous times, but we got to make the case. But
why? Because it's the number one. It's our number one issue.
Facts. We don't have land.
And it's as much as we want to apply pressure on the institutions, I'm equally want to apply the pressure on us.
Facts, bro. When we know it's the us part that's a bigger burden.
We don't have land, so we got to get land.
Facts.
That's our biggest issue. We don't have land.
Facts.
We don't have relationships to get the land.
Facts, bro. And you look at another subculture of people. Look at Mexicans that come to this country. Like they understand that. They run to the fields. Not only they run to the fields, they run to the kitchens. They cook your food because they understand the foundation. They understand, like, you can't sleep on these people. They feed this country. They definitely feed California, but they feed this country, bro. So they know that they put in right now will pay off generations later.
I mean, it's paid off. It's paying off.
It's paid off. You see it. So
yeah.
They don't have to flex
their power, but you see it, like you said, you see it.
They have you go to their neighborhoods. They have economies.
They have economies.
They have huge economies.
They have malls.
They have malls. They got economies, and it's like they're orderly.
Have you been in Southgate before, bro?
Yeah, it's nice, man.
You get what I'm saying? Like
East LA, no, man. Like it's
you feel me?
nice.
Like
it's like
it's a very real thing, bro.
It's a productive.
They have strips, and it's no like you feel me. They got strips, bro.
They're productive.
You been in downtown LA before? You know what I'm saying?
Super productive. Productive ass people, bro. Koreans and Mexicans.
Industrious.
Man, fucking run.
Industrious.
Industrious. Koreans, bro. Oh my god.
Industrious,
bruh.
And they put each other on, and they put each other on.
Oh my god. That shit is so cold.
They put each other on.
Koreans? We talking about Koreans right now?
They put each other on, bro.
God.
I've seen it. I've observed. I've observed. Like I've definitely learned a lot from being around Koreans from 21 to like 28. And mind you, going to Le Cordon Bleu, being around just Koreans.
Yeah.
And even working with people with Korean men who run organizations and running businesses, and just the way they move is like you can't even be mad.
No,
you can't be mad. They're gonna put each other on, and they're gonna put each other on in front of you. And what you gonna do? I mean, not they gonna I'm finna put them on, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Y'all finna make sure you're good.
Yeah, that's my people.
Y'all finna cut him a deal.
That's my
exactly. That's my bro.
That's my people. Like what?
Yeah, I'm gonna treat him better than I treat everybody else.
Yes.
You goddamn right.
Yeah, facts.
In front of you. That's my countryman.
Yeah.
Right? That's my countryman, bro.
Facts, bro.
He come from where I come from. We know what it's like, bro. We gotta look out for each other. Cause if I look out for him, he gonna look out for me. Absolutely. And we gonna look out for the next man.
Absolutely.
And it was like it's deep. It was real deep.
And you specifically with Koreans, you feel that shit. Like they don't play around with it. Like it's militarized, bro.
I ain't gonna cap. They taught me
Yeah.
how to create leverage.
In the workplace?
Yes.
How so?
Yes.
Quickly, how so?
Because by underestimating them too long, they taught me how people move when you underestimate it.
Understood.
And so they started underestimating me.
Okay.
Not knowing I'm paying attention to. I've been paying attention for years.
Understood. Yeah.
So when the time came for me to actually operate in my leverage, they wasn't prepared. And then it was like caught off guard that I knew my worth, I knew my value, and I was able to create leverage, and I was able to actually maneuver and navigate in a way where I understood my value, and I had a plan, and I had leverage.
They were sleeping on you.
They were sleeping on me.
And then when you made your move, like, oh fuck, he was paying attention.
He was mad because I was prepared to walk away.
Understood. This Hawaii?
And I walked. No, this is LA. I walked away.
FBI building?
Yeah, I walked away.
The Koreans ran the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Okay.
I walked away.
Yeah, understood.
And then I came back and I did a deal with them.
Yeah, understood.
And they was mad.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's not like you're just learning. I learned from them how to step into my life. So it's not even a slight. It's more so understanding, like you said, understanding different business practices from different cultures.
Facts, bro. And even with them, and I've done limited business with Koreans, they're even the women, they're all business. It's all
very much.
It's fucking business, bro. Like everything with them is business.
It's very interesting, bro.
It's very
like you got to salute them. You can't even, because people move in sense of nationhood. And that's like you said,
them especially.
Niggas move. It's me against. It's just me. I'm the nigga.
Yeah.
I'm that. And that's a part of our music.
Yeah.
I'm the nigga. I fucked your bitch. Right. That's our move. That's how we move.
Yeah.
I'm the nigga. I'm richer than you. I'm balling than you. I'm flyer than you. My car better than yours.
I'm better than you.
I'm better than you, nigga. And you know I'm better than you.
Better than you.
And that's our general energy amongst each other.
Facts.
Me and my niggas versus you and your niggas.
Facts.
Me and my niggas gonna pull up on you. Me and my niggas gonna spin a block. It's funny. I heard DJ Academic say something. I'm not agreeing with the man, but he said an interesting point of like, people want to counsel me because I speak about the music, but don't want to counsel the people who doing this in real life. And he said, I actually realized my voice was more bigger than I thought, because I was just speaking on what's going on with what I'm hearing in the music and what's going on in real life, not really understanding like the world is watching us and like what you say matters as Asiatic.
Absolutely.
People are paying attention.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like, then what about the actual music that's going out? Do we own that? And why, if we do have this, mind you, like I say, hip hop is the number one music genre in the world, then why are we continuing to make this type of music? Like, why?
Good question.
Because
the niggas that are about themselves and their niggas are making money from it, and they don't make the calculations of at what cost to my people?
Facts.
That's what it comes.
And like we were talking about earlier,
matter.
it's a part of the chaotic nigginess. And will there ever be a time where we don't talk, or where this music doesn't cease to, where this music ceases to exist? I don't know.
I don't know.
And I'm not. It's just observation, and just more so like the.
Okay, but let's say music as in destructive to nationhood music, destructive to a people. Because we always gonna be having bars and rapping.
Yeah.
That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
Is it always gonna be destructive? We'll see.
I hope we can redirect it. It's more like it's the same with sport. Like the energy is the energy.
Facts.
How do we redirect the energy?
Facts.
Right. Like you said, we're always gonna be speaking on the ops.
Facts.
But when do we stop saying we're the ops?
Ops. What ops?
Opposition, man.
ops. Okay,
Come on,
yes,
get your
The ops.
your hip hop, get your hip hop,
the ops. Yes,
hip
sir.
hop vernacular up, man.
Ops because sorry, I'm corporate. Ops, where I come from, ops means operations. Ops. Sorry, I'm professional. But yeah, no, Koreans. No, I'm glad you said that. They move with a sense of a very strong sense of nationhood.
Very strong,
Super
blatant,
strong. Them niggas is proud as fuck.
very blatant.
They're blatant,
and you
they're
gotta
so
respect
proud.
it.
Oh man,
because
I love it.
It gets things done. They move in power,
I love that shit. I like y'all fucking love each other. I mean, if you go to Koreatown,
and they industrious.
yeah, that's so
Business.
industrious.
It's not
all
here.
they
We're
do
not-
is work, bro.
We're here to build businesses, buy more businesses, and put more people into businesses.
You go to Koreatown, like you
And
just
build
like,
businesses.
how many fucking businesses could y'all fit in this? It's insane,
Many more.
bro. It's insane.
You niggas gonna keep coming spending money, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna keep building.
Fact. It's just but you specifically Koreatown, like it's like so compact and like how much they could fit, how much business they could fit in that tight.
Gotta salute them.
I haven't always. I mean, before, because you always like, oh, Koreans are racist. They don't like me. And I grew past that.
Like you said, that the nigginess, like what, like that. Why would you? Why would you?
Facts, bro. What's the like?
Look what you niggas is doing.
What are y'all doing? The exact opposite of what we're doing. So like, I understand it, bro. And
I understand.
It's funny.
Like you said, it's not. We got to get out of the personal stuff.
Facts.
And
No,
people
we
don't like me because, like you said, it's like you. Which side you gonna align with? You're not gonna align with this side. Why would you? Even if you understand the complexities and you understand what's going on and you understand the full dynamics of why people behave in this manner, you're still not going to align with that. You're going to align with this over here.
Yeah, exactly.
This is especially like we got to remember a lot of cultures and a lot of people are like, they're objective. They're on the outside looking in. They don't understand what it is to be Asiatic in America.
Oh, fuck
they have
no.
no
Yeah,
clue.
no idea.
They have their own relationship with their own trauma, their own struggles, their own relationship with
very
America.
real. No,
they're not. They're not really like. That's what y'all got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all niggas been here since y'all been enslaved or whatever. Okay,
whatever.
I don't got nothing.
What the fuck they got to do with me? I just got here.
Or I was like, like I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I'm getting fired, bro. I'm just trying to take care of my people.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to do all that other stuff.
Facts.
And mind you, there is no institutions put in place for the most part to stop them from doing things. So it's like, well, I mean, ain't this what everybody do?
Facts,
You come here, you build businesses, you get finances, you get land, you put your people on. This is just normal nationhood building stuff.
Facts,
Like,
bro.
what? Why you niggas not?
What?
Oh, but you don't. Now they don't understand. There's
don't understand.
actual institutions put in place to stop us.
Facts.
Like police.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
non-banking. Like redlining.
Facts.
Like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's very easy for them to judge. But at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to fix.
No, boom.
And that's
Boom, 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 boom.
that's hard for a lot of us to accept. It's not their responsibility to fix. They didn't put you in that situation. They're taking advantage of opportunity to put their people on. As
and
they should.
The hard part is a lot of different cultures do benefit from us pushing the limit up under an umbrella, like Black, Indigenous people of color.
Yeah.
How many of these efforts have been led by Black people, and then Black people still continue to not be continue to still be the most underserved of all the underserved people.
Facts. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
we get lost in the diversity sauce. Bro.
We literally are 2% of the farming industry.
Yes, sir.
Of the agriculture industry, 2% of landowners.
At best, I saw another like 1.78. Like, no, it's not, bruh. Minuscule.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah, man. And then they put niggas like you as their poster boy to stop them from actually dealing with the real farmers who've been excluded from the USDA funding for years, bro. We know the game.
And yeah, we do, and we just working towards not continuing that process.
Facts.
But let's go.
Number 3.
Number 3. Yeah.
Number
bro.
3. Yes, sir.
We going in tonight.
Yes, we are. Yeah,
we going
we hit
over-
Koreans, bro. I'm glad we hit Koreans, man. Like I've been wanting to talk about them niggas, man. Like, no, just respect, bro.
Just why like I said, we just pay attention.
I love going to Koreatown. It's motivating to go to Koreatown for that reason. Like, man.
One of my favorite places is called Lock and Key in Koreatown.
Oh yeah, you told me about that
love
place.
Lock and Key.
I remember that. Yes, sir. Why do you love Lock and Key?
I love Lock and Key.
What happened? Did you do something there?
I have a lot of fun, bro.
Oh, well, okay. I understand. I
Stop.
understand. Number 3. Engagements with agricultural industry and boards and commissions. Socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers do not often belong to industry groups and therefore do not always receive information through industry meetings or via the internet.
No, for real, bro.
Fucking
That's
real.
a really big thing.
Real. Historically.
That's a part of why people don't understand, because we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't even know.
We don't know. Let me finish this and then you continue. Historically, very few are members of CDFA boards and commissions. Facts.
Very few.
Very few.
Very, very few.
Yeah. But you are. For this reason, to ameliorate the concern with this explicitly divulged challenge.
But like you said previous, it's easy to make someone who has zero experience with the industry,
Be the spokesperson for the whole subculture.
right?
Right? That's very easy.
So it's imperative of me to not allow this system and institution to celebrity me,
Yeah, facts.
right? Or tokenize me.
Facts.
And I'm learning and navigating how to that as well.
Yeah.
Listening to elders like Roosevelt, listening to the industry, learning, reading, studying,
Yeah.
taking the time to learn the CDFA budget, taking the time to read the report, taking the time to join different organizations,
Facts.
taking the time to humble myself and put myself in the different arenas and different rooms and join these organizations and listen and follow directions and just give my insight, but accepting that I am brand new to this, and if I don't go in there with that with that knowledge and with the full support of the people who really been doing it and actually speak on their behalf and not just go there with my own brand new rhetoric, then it'll be it's easy to give.
You get exploited.
Oh yeah, they'll give me a good job and then I have great talking points,
That's right.
and niggas still won't have no land.
That's right. That's right.
Or know the language.
That's right.
Or really get the technical assistance they need.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Let's continue. Last one. Number 4. Access to available resources and programs. Socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers are not familiar with resources such as grants, technical assistance, and other helpful programs because they do not know these resources exist or have been unable to seek out the information. Yes, and then I'm going to finish this. There are several ways in which the CDFA can be a leader in addressing equity: outreach, engagement, and communication, resources and programs, policies, collaboration with external stakeholder groups, interagency collaboration. Okay.
Yeah, and these conversations and these developments are in process, but they're still brand new, so we still remain underserved.
That's right.
And it's not a fault of any. It's not a personal thing of anybody.
That's right.
Because people are doing a great job, but this is the industry. This is creating this report is not going to solve everything.
That's right.
Right. This is just letting you know what's happening and letting you know what needs to take place.
Yeah.
But even with this,
Thank you. Yeah, because this AB 1348 didn't have any teeth. It literally just said, write this report, and we're going to have an office to address these issues.
Yeah.
But there's nothing saying like, because of these issues, this is what we're actually going to do. AB 1348. Right.
well, what they actually do was start the conversation of equity.
Exactly.
So it's imperative.
Yeah.
It's imperative that we, as many of us know that, and as many farmers and people who even want to get involved in industry, just actually accept that. They're like, hey, the conversation of equity is taking place
Absolutely.
at this level.
That's right.
And the advisory of equity from everybody who doesn't have the proper equity is taking place.
Yes, sir.
And there are programs being put in place and being developed that will address these things.
Yeah.
And this is all relatively brand new. This is all like
brand new.
this is all just new, bro.
That's right. It's new, and we've discussed this about how because it's brand new, and it's our job to get people to stop us from being USDA sellout house Negroes, because they literally, people who aren't involved in agriculture, like they think the government is this big entity out to get them because of systemic racism, which is, yeah, racism is a thing, but there are still resources you can tap into, period. And if you want to farm or do anything at scale and be involved in agriculture, you'd be foolish not to at least do your homework and see what's going on, to see what you can tap into.
Yeah.
Get out of your ego.
It's much bigger than just getting money from this department.
Facts.
Is unlike I said, the stakeholders, understanding the stakeholders, understanding this is the foundation of the stock market.
Facts.
There are companies who just invest into this. That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
There are financial institutions
Yeah.
who only invest into this.
Yes, sir.
There are organizations who are only put in place to advocate for this.
Yeah.
There are organizations who specialize in, they get the funding and they have the relationships and they distribute the funding to everyone else.
Yes, sir.
There are organizations who are responsible for actually creating policy and working with the CDFA to actually create laws and create programs and create policy. There are organizations who work with the stakeholders to create relationships.
Yes, sir.
It's a full industry.
Yes, sir.
That by not getting involved in the industry, you're remaining oblivious to how the industry works.
That's right. Yeah, and
which is like that's the thing. I mean, the industry is the industry.
that's right. And agriculture is agriculture, and it's like if you don't want to insert yourself into what's going on, by all means, try to do it without it, and prove that your way is superior. That's all. No judgment. But if you can do it, by all means do it, and I'll learn from you. But I'm just like
At scale.
At scale.
That's the
scale.
thing. That's the thing I want to hone in on.
Yeah.
At scale.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about last week. It's easy. I'm not gonna say. Let me not pretend like. Let me not say that. It's not easy, but it's people like us who have adapted skill sets who can put themselves in position if they focus their energy on that to have a good amount of a high level of fiat.
Yeah.
Right. And be a part of the upper, 30, 20 percentile of Asiatic men.
Yeah.
In the country. Right.
Yes, sir.
By working for another corporation.
Yeah.
Right. Granted, this stairway is going to take a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
And a little bit more sacrifice.
You got to sacrifice.
Which is understandable because this is the original foundation of currency itself.
Facts.
It's going to take longer to build a foundation.
That's right.
Than it will be to go to the other ways to get get the fiat.
Facts.
Because I get the concept of getting the fiat to get the land.
Yeah.
I do get that concept. But that's not the industry.
That's right. That's right.
So once you get the land, but you don't understand the industry, then you still gonna have to take the time to learn the industry.
Absolutely. That's right.
And then what are you doing with this land while it's not in production?
While it's not in production, exactly. It's a good question, sir. Nothing. Flex on Instagram about how much land you got.
Hey, I'm not.
Yeah.
Hey, that's that. I'm not even going there.
I understand.
But my point is, and like you said, and we're just showing you in real time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to take some time.
It takes time but
yes,
you have to build a foundation to have anything to build.
Did you
have
not
to build
hear
a foundation?
The part about once we can, this 300 acres could produce $20 million annually at minimum.
Yes, sir.
So yes, it's going to take a little bit more time.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to sacrifice on a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to sacrifice on 1 million.
Yeah. Got to sacrifice. Got to sacrifice.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
That's
I'm not going to be the one that's popping right now.
That's right.
But guess what?
Yeah.
in a couple years.
It's like find me one people that have come to this country and haven't sacrificed for a generation to do anything.
Come on, boom.
Like, come on, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
It's a
it's a scale, bro.
non-brainer.
Scale.
It's not like yeah. I came here to sacrifice so my children can flex.
It's not about me.
It's not about me.
Making a lot of money. It's about us building infrastructure.
Facts.
To facilitate
Facts.
a better quality of life at scale.
Yes.
And putting pressure on our governing body.
That's right.
And also aligning with the direction of what's been put in place.
That's right.
By our governing body.
That's right. Absolutely.
Understanding what time it is.
That's right.
There's equity conversation is happening.
Do you want to exclude yourself from an equity conversation that you're going to be talked about in? No, it doesn't make sense.
Is the NFL having an equity conversation?
No, it's not.
Is the NBA having an equity conversation?
It's not going to. They ain't gonna have.
And so it's like we talked about earlier today. It's funny because we got to remember that however we feel about it, California is the leader of agriculture in the country.
Yes, sir.
So a part of being a leader is this conversation as well.
Absolutely, bro.
So we have to understand and accept why there are a lot of people who don't really get it.
Yes,
because their areas aren't having this conversation.
That's real. Yeah. That no one's having equity conversations in Texas and Georgia. No, it's not on the table there because of the political infrastructure of those companies are not amenable to.
And I mean, throughout the whole South, throughout the East Coast.
Facts.
Like I said, Cali is Cali.
Facts.
However we feel about Cali, it's not perfect, but Cali is the leader of agriculture.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Cali is a melting pot.
Yes, it
so there isn't as much overt racism.
Yes, sir.
It's covert. It's institutional.
Institutional. But yeah, the hillbilly redneck shit doesn't. Yeah, it's different.
But at least our department has acknowledged it's institutional racism.
Yeah.
And it's acknowledged that we have played a major part of institutional racism.
Yeah.
And these are the ways we've shown we've played a part of institutional racism. Right. And these are the things we're putting in place to address it.
That's right. And it's our job to apply that pressure to hold these institutions and people in them to their word.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get the default is always back to the status quo.
Always. It's very easy.
It's very easy to just slide back. Oh,
it's easy to stand in ceremony.
It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. Oh, they don't really care. Well, let's just go back to the way things were.
Let's just put a couple. Let's like you said. Let's put a couple on. Mm-hmm. Let's look out for a couple of them. Let's tokenize these couple of them.
Tokenize.
Let's just put the focus on these couple of them.
That's right.
And just focus on these couple of them. Get a couple of them some stuff.
That's right.
And put a couple of them on. And make sure that these couple of them is good. And never really address the actual equity.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Equity is us having our actual collective a piece of this pie.
Yeah.
And not letting these institutions tell us what equity is.
That's right. Yeah.
Like I said, we know we don't got no land. I live in LA. I know I know what it's like.
Yeah.
We stacked upon each other.
Facts.
And that creates chaos. That creates friction. That creates it's not natural for people to just live like that.
To live like that and live still individually. It's like you're in a cage.
In the moment that we get out of that, we quick to say, I made it. Look at you niggas.
That's right, bro.
I'm stunting on you niggas.
Yeah, facts. Yes, sir. Yeah. So it's we have an obligation to apply pressure to the governing bodies, not in any personal way, as advocates for our people, and not personal, not taking like, you guys don't like us. We don't care whether you're what quote unquote racist or how you feel about black people. It's like we have a job to serve our people and to act as advocates in their best long-term interests. So applying pressure to make sure, like, listen, we're not here for sport and play. We're here for actually getting equity.
Yeah.
And being acting in accordance with our population and power.
Facts.
Period.
And we're here to bring awareness as well. Okay.
Facts. And then number 2, acting not as individuals.
Yeah.
Not as being wary of being tokenized and celebritized, and paying respect to our elders, to the people who have put in the work.
Definitely.
We have to, because that's how you know an organization and a movement is respectable. If you pay your tribute to the people who have laid the foundation for you to do what you're doing right now.
Facts.
You have to. Like, and you said when we, I'm not sure if it was on the podcast or a conversation we had about how when we start really building momentum, how all the people that we know have put in the work get supported.
Definitely.
ASAP.
Facts.
ASAP. It has to happen.
Yeah.
It has, because that shows people that you care about things more than just yourself. Like, this movement is not about either of us. And that's why we're here. We've been put in these positions. We've been trained up until this moment to be put in these positions because we've made sacrifices for our people, and have ignored the short-term gratification of being a celebrity. It was like, okay, we're not chasing the trendy topics. We're chasing the stuff that people don't want to talk about. Self-improvement. Personal development, self-improvement, and agriculture, man. Like these aren't trendy. These aren't trendy things. This ain't like something you can be a meme about, go viral with. This is like, oh, these niggas is talking about the real shit.
Yeah,
they talking about the real shit.
I mean, it's like one of the, I guess, a blessing of coming from LA is that I did that already.
Yeah,
at 22. 21,
Do
20.
what?
The whole the celebrity thing. Like I live in LA.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's not a thing.
Yeah.
People come to LA to be seen.
To do that. That's why you come here.
Yeah, like to be like, nigga, we was doing that at 22.
Yeah.
23.
Got that out of our system. Going to the club, popping bottles. Man, I forget. That's what
Adam,
you do.
at 22, we was in the club popping bottles.
I understand. You and I both.
Red bottoms.
I get it.
Hermes belts. Louis Vuitton shirts. YSL t-shirts. Zegna shoes. Louis loafers.
Oh, man.
You feel me? Patent leather Louis loafers. Suede Louis loafers. They know me. They know me. We was in there popping bottles, walking in the clubs and going downstairs and having private dinners. 22, 23.
I understand, bro.
You feel me? In Vegas, going past the lines, going to the clubs, getting in the clubs for free.
The club lines, man. Yeah.
22, walking past the line, going right to the bouncer.
Damn, man.
A bunch of niggas, not even bringing no girls. A bunch of dudes walking past the line, going right to the bouncer in Hollywood.
Yeah, I understand.
On Saturday nights, when they wasn't even letting black people in the clubs at that time.
I understand, bro. You was that nigga, man.
We
I get it.
Like we did that. So all this goofy. It's like I get it, but it's like let's grow up.
Let's grow up. I understand, but think about our mentality
In the
back
shit,
then.
we was doing that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because we were both there.
We was there.
I was there.
Bro.
We was there, but also think
they know
about
I was there.
That is the mentality that, like, can you imagine how would we feel if niggas was talking agriculture and self-improvement when we were 21 and 22, bro? You know what I'm saying? Would be like, oh, you guys are really interesting points you're telling me about the CDFA. Tell me more before I go to the club and pop these bottles, nigga. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack. If somebody really sat down with me,
I don't know.
You feel me? And really showed me, like, bro, this is what type of time it is, bro. Yeah. You can put this in place right now. I probably would. Who knows?
Who knows? Let's be real. Who knows?
Because mind you, I did go to Le Cordon Bleu and become a chef because it was a skill set that I realized could forever sustain me,
bro. Yeah.
So I wasn't like just I wasn't just super.
Yeah.
I was working for the FBI. Or working at the
FBI building.
I wasn't working for them, to be very clear. I was a chef in the building at the federal building at 22.
Yes, sir.
So I was around FBI, VA, passport.
Yeah.
You feel me? At 22. So I was around a lot of like consciousness.
Understood.
And maturity.
That's a good
at 22.
Maturity.
I'm around FBI agents.
Yeah,
you feel me? I'm having conversations with FBI agents at 22.
Professional.
I'm having conversations with vets at 22,
maturity,
23.
Maturity, yeah, that's real. Yeah, and you were put there for that reason, to get you that level of maturity, bro. Yeah, and it was essential to your personal development.
Definitely. I'm so glad I took that job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was around conscious men all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Talking about existentialism and esoteric information.
Yeah, man.
While I'm cooking them breakfast, it's to blow.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's to blow the white girl's mind because they'll come and be trying to order breakfast, and it be me and some old dudes. We literally talking about existentialism and talking about consciousness, and talking about Kamari and Kemet and you know what I'm saying, and the state of black affairs and things of that nature. At 22, 23,
I understand.
Over breakfast while I'm making, and they just be like, listen, like, whoa, like, it's like, yeah, we having Asiatic talk.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Asiatic talk.
Man. I'm glad before I met you, I'm glad I've got the memo that, like, chefs aren't to be played with. People who prepare food for people, don't play with them.
Don't play with us,
Don't
bro.
play with them. Don't play with them. That was, but before I had that recognition.
You're borderline crazy. Don't play with us.
Yeah. I realized that before I met you, luckily. But before that, it was like, don't play with farmers. Don't play with teachers. And then before I met you, it was don't play with people who prepare food. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Fucking foundation.
Foundation, bro.
The foundation.
That's why I became. I'm like, this is something I can do forever. There's I can never not be out of work if I do this.
Absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to a chef that I know that I met through jiu-jitsu named John Livermore. a white boy from East Coast. But yeah, no, he's a chef at a place in Pasadena, Bacchus Kitchen, in a nice restaurant. He's professionally trained. He's nice. The boy, homeboy is nice, bro. And
Yeah.
like he's actually the one that put me on game with like the food plugs in the city and like wholesalers. So with like, how am I not going to respect? Like, bro, nothing but respect. And he told me a lot of game just about the restaurant industry. But yeah, but point is, through him is when I really had the cognition. Is like, you can't sleep on people who prepare food. Period. No.
Period.
No. But in regard to that, I want to go back to that book and Ayurvedic society and structure, and we could talk briefly. We'll see where it goes. But I want to talk about so we hear a lot about the caste system, and they associate it with Hinduism and Indian culture. But what it really is just the orders of society. And then we say that agriculture is the foundation of civilization, and you'll see that reflected in how the caste system is structured. See, caste is not like I'm better than you, you're better than me. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with like functions in society. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I do this because I'm up top at the top of the pyramid. I'm better than you. It's just like, no, this is just what I do because I prepare for this role. So in this, there's pretty much 4 tiers of this, and I'll start from the foundation. And the foundation, the bottom, I don't want to say bottom, but the foundation is pretty much your blue collar workers, your laborers, your laborers, the people who are, who maids, servants, the laborers, the blue collar workforce. I want to skilled, unskilled, but the laborers. So laborers, service provider, servant. This is called Sudra, right? And then above that, you've got agriculturalists, farmers, merchants, business, like that class, the class of, so this is the foundation of your civilization, the people who create the food, agriculturalists, farming, business, who have to provide the goods and service for society to thrive and live upon, right? That's called the Vaishnas, right? That's the foundation. So you got the workers, and you got the farmers, business people, agriculturalists. Above that is the administrative class, the cacitres. See, but I felt it. I just heard you. I felt it. The administrative class. But it's warrior soldiers.
But I get it.
Yeah, no, you
Facts.
get it.
I definitely get it, bro.
It's soldiers, teachers. Actually, no. Rulers, warriors, administrators. So soldiers, people who run administration in the country, like the order,
the bosses, the managers,
it's the managers,
definitely.
It's the managers, it's the delegators, it's the managers, it's the bureaucracy, it's the bureaucracy.
Definitely.
So that is the cacitres, that class of people, and then at the top is the Brahmin class, which is the priest, teachers, scholars. So the priests, the wise sages, whatever, but that is a structure. And what people, this by no means is this a system of the top is better than, no, there's no superiority in this. It's all about functionality in society. That's all it is. But I wanted to bring that up to show that, yeah, we got it backward. we don't have any emphasis as Asiatics in this country of any emphasis on the foundation of civilization, which is agriculture.
Yeah.
So you can't expect.
We look down on the people that we deem as blue collar workers.
Oh, blue collar workers, farmers. We look all of the foundation we look down upon. You gotta look down. You can't have a house without a foundation. And we're on rocky territory. We're on unstable territory. We need a foundation. So I brought all this as to say is like this structure shows us just how backwards we're operating. Shows us backwards how we're operating.
Yeah.
And it's like we glorify the things that we're not ready for because we haven't put in the literal groundwork.
Yeah.
Period.
Like you were saying last week, it's like I want to do a restaurant and I want to do all these elaborate, cool things.
No, facts. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let's do step 1 first.
Let's do step
and
1.
then maybe when I'm 50, we can do, when I'm 45, 50.
Facts, man. And
then we can do step 2 and 3, 4, 5.
It's like, and to be honest, I get the most satisfaction doing this, talking agriculture and working with my hands. Right? Because that's what's most in line with our purpose, bro.
It's imperative, bro.
It's imperative. So it's like,
it's imperative.
It gets you out of your ego and it gets you into necessity. It's like, yeah, bro, okay, you could gangbang with being a soldier. You could be the soldier in the white man's infrastructure, or be a teacher in the white man's infrastructure and get this class or whatever. But this is not your kingdom.
It's even more imperative, especially in the context of this report, whereas this is what's been presented.
Facts.
This is the time.
Facts.
This is it. It's urgency. Now, this is what's an actual state-wide report.
Yes, sir.
So right now, land. This is our number one thing. Let's make this our number one thing.
And the thing is, this report
security.
This report shows you, number one, it's like you're missing your biggest problem. Is your biggest challenge is it's your biggest problem, and your biggest problem is your highest priority.
It has to be. If not from, it's gonna be mine.
That's right.
It's gonna be ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because we got to strike while if it's easy, like you said, it's there. It'll easily go back to status quo.
Exactly.
Easily go back to
that's mathematics. It'll default. That's energy. It'll go back to where it was.
We know y'all got no land. All right, we gave y'all some land. All right, cool. Let's go back to business. As opposed to we know y'all ain't got no land. Let's make sure we get some land.
Yeah.
Land. Okay, land that we can produce on.
Facts.
And then let's get this language down. Let's understand what's going on.
We're going to have to push the issue, because when you start talking about land acquisition, you're talking, I mean, this is war talk. It's war talk.
Yeah, of course.
It's war talk.
Resources.
It's resources. That's what wars are fought over. So as of right now, you lack the capability of actually taking anything. You ain't taking shit, because you're not, no, it's not going to happen. So this is how you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Period. You better acquire something to acquire something else.
If this is what's being reported to us, then this needs to be our priority.
Facts.
We need land. We need to have lands that we secure.
Yeah.
We need to understand and open up our palettes or our vocabulary.
Yeah.
And be able to actually learn what the industry is, right?
That's right.
We need resources.
Yes, sir.
And we need information. We need to know what's going on. And we need to have access to the conversations, access to information, and then we need support. We need resources.
Yes, sir.
We need capital.
We need
stakeholders.
That's right. And we need training.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. We can't train if we don't have those four in place.
No.
Right? If we don't have land, information, resources, language, then we can't train people. If we have land and resources and information, but we don't have the language part down, we training people, then what they're not gonna even know how to actually get funded. They're not gonna even know what words to say. They're not gonna know how to have the conversation.
Yes, sir.
How to make sure, like you said, Roosevelt's teaching me the language as far as like AB 1348.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? Equity.
Yes, sir.
Technical assistance, outreach.
Yes, sir.
What is the industry words?
Yes, sir.
Not marketing, not social media, technical assistance and outreach.
That's right, brother.
What does that mean?
Yes, sir.
Technical assistance is companies and organizations that's going to help other people and provide resources and provide education and actually teach you how to fish. And outreach is letting people know what's going on, going out, letting people know, helping out people, going outward, seeking people, letting people know, hey, who needs help?
That's right.
We got you. Okay, we can train you. We can put you on. Who needs some funding? We got you.
That's right.
Who need to know what's going on?
It's a plug.
It's
a plug.
The plug.
It's the plug.
But we don't have plugs.
That's right. No, zero plug.
Plug talk.
Yeah, but this is plug talk.
It's plug talk.
It's the beginning of plug talk.
And we're gonna make sure that we are the plug.
Black agricultural, original Asiatic black agricultural plug talk. I like that.
Plug talk.
I
think that might be the Instagram.
That might be
the Instagram page.
Plug talk. Yes, sir. All right, bro. Let's close this out.
Plug talk. That's gonna be the Instagram page,
bro. All right, bro. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
Islam.
Peace.